Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how we can create a generic function that can be reused whenever we need to do network sessions in Swift. For example, get data or post data with the API. Okay, so I'm going to create a new class called network manager in my project. Select Swift file and go ahead and create the network manager. Okay, so the class name is network manager. Now I'm going to create the function called fetch data. Okay, and we have to indicate this is a generic function, so we are using angle brackets. Inside that we are saying something like t. You can provide whatever name here, for example you, or maybe you can use your name either. Okay, it's fine. So let's use t, it's common, and we had conforms to the protocol codable. You may use the encodable or decodable, but codable will give access to do both codable and encodable things. That's why we use codable. And the next step is create the function signature in the parentheses. So the external argument name is 4 and the internal name is type, and we are taking the model to this. We are saying t, this t, and dot type. Okay, and the next one is from. This is the external argument name, and URL will be a URL. Okay, so the next step, just mentioning this a asynchronous function by using async, and this could throw errors. We can say throws. Now we can create the function body, put braces. In the braces we can say a new constant, and this will have data, and let's underscore the error one because we are not going to output that, and set that equals to. Now we are going to say try and await, because we are going to wait until this URL session is going to be done. We are going to say URL session dot shared dot data, and data is from URL. So we have brought this URL to here. Okay, and the next step, just create the do statement. In do we are going to create a new decoder. Let decoder is equals to JSON decoder. Okay, and we are going to return, and after the return keyword we can say try. We are going to say decoder dot decode, and now what we have to provide here is this t, which will be the model. For example, student dot self. Similarly we can say t dot self, and the data is from this data. Okay, now let's create the catch statement. In the catch, that will throw a error. Alright, here one error is we have to provide the return type. I forgot to add that. The return type will be this t. Okay, the next step is I am going to use singleton pattern. For that I can make constructor as private. We can say private init. Okay, in order to allow to create an object with this network manager, we can say static let shared is equals to network manager. So this will create an object for us, but only one time. Whenever a object is created and stored in this shared constant, a new object will not be created. This will created once. Okay, that's why we are using singleton pattern. Now that is it. Now I'm going to open the view controller, and in the view controller I'm going to do some asynchronous thing. For that we had to use tasks. So a unit of asynchronous work can be done inside this tasks. And the next step, we can say let. Now we don't have a model for our function. Let's go ahead and create that. Here for this GitHub profile API, here I'm getting my profile information including name, address, and those things. So we can say let URL is equals to URL, and from the string is this one. Okay, I know this is a correct URL, that's why I am using this exclamation symbol to force unwrap. And we can go ahead and say let user. Currently the struct is not created. We can create the model. We can say user. In that let's store some here login and the name and the location. Let's take those. We can say it's let name. Here it will be a string. So before that there was the login. Let login, it is a string also, and finally there was this location. Let location, it is a string also. Okay, now we can say let user is equals to network manager dot shared and go for fetch data. Here we have to provide I forgot to make this struct conforms to callable, otherwise it will end up with the error. And we can pass in the model here user.self, and the URL is this URL. I forget to force unwrap that. Finally we have to say try and await. Okay, now we can go ahead and print the output. We can print the user. Let's go ahead and run the application. Okay, app is running. Now we got the output from the API. It's a user containing this information: login, name, and the location. So one thing to note here, what if this throws an error? For that we can move these codes inside do statement, and here we have the try, so we can add the catch after the do, and here in the braces we can throw some error like print error. Alright, so let's run again. Okay guys, I hope this video helps. If this video helps, please subscribe. Thank you.